All right, let's meet another student now as we continue with our demonstration of rapid inductions. Would you come in, please? Tell us your first name.
Larry?
Larry, come in closer. Now, Larry, you've just started in class. Tell me, prior to coming here, have you ever been hypnotized?
Yes.
Was that for entertainment or for therapeutic purposes? All right, tell me briefly about your experience.
I was dealing with depression, and after a divorce, I went to a hypnotherapist, and he successfully put me under a couple of times and taught me a self-hypnotic technique.
All right. Now, since you're in class here, I'm going to teach you quickly. We don't say under. Under is pejorative. It reduces you. We say into. It's a state of mind. So the hypnotist puts you into hypnosis.
Okay. Okay.
And help you to work successfully to lift that depression.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Now, when you were hypnotized, how would you describe the feeling of hypnosis? I knew I was hypnotized when, and tell me what kind of subjective awareness or impression or whatever it was that told you were in trance.
To be true, for the first time, it was tough to tell. I wondered that, but there was an overwhelming relaxation, and yet I was awake and fully aware.
Okay. A special quality of relaxation.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to use here the direct gaze technique. So I want you, if you will, I'm going to free this cord a little bit. Step right over it. That's it. Now, come up this way, turn a little bit. Good. Now, keep your gaze directed right here. Let your arms hang limply by your side. That's it. Don't move or speak or nod your head unless I ask you to. I know that you hear and understand me just as you do. If you follow my simple instructions, there's nothing in the world can keep you from going to a very deep, pleasant state of hypnosis in a fraction of a second. Take a deep breath now. Fill up your lungs and let it out slowly. I'll count from 5 down to 1. As I do, your eyelids grow heavy, droopy, drowsy, and sleepy. When I reach the count of 1, they close right down. You go deep in hypnotic slumber. 5. Eyelids heavy, droopy, drowsy, and sleepy. 4. The next time they blink, that's hypnosis coming on you then. 3, 2, 1. They've closed and sleep. Let every muscle and every nerve grow loose and limp and relax. The more I rock you, the deeper into hypnosis you're going. Now your legs are strong beneath you and you can maintain your balance easily. This time I'm going to raise your head and I'm going to count from 5 down to 1. As I do, your eyelids lock tightly closed. So tightly closed, the more you try to open them, the tighter they're locking closed. 5, eyelids pressing down tightly. 4, they're pressing down and sealing shut. 3, sealing as if they were glued. 2, they're locked. The more you try to open them now, the tighter they're locking closed. 1, try to open your eyelids and find they're stuck tight. Make a try now and satisfy yourself. All right, now you can stop trying, relax, and just sleep deeply. Now listen carefully. This time, I'm going to give you a signal. This signal will enable you to enter into trance easily. Whenever I come up to you with the intention of hypnotizing you and I shake your right hand, as I shake it down like this, your eyelids will close, you'll go deeply into hypnosis right then. When I count to 3, let your eyelids open. 1, 2, 3, just put your hand in mine. And look at me and sleep. That's fine. Deeper than before. That will be your signal. When I shake your hand down like that, your eyelids close and you go deeply into hypnosis. When I count to 3, you can straighten up and open your eyes. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you for your cooperation. Just relax. That's fine. Let every muscle and every nerve now grow loose and limp and relax. Now you're beginning to see this continuing process where you see induce a trance, give a post-hypnotic reinduction signal. It really doesn't matter what it is. It's only a ritual. And we'll talk later in this lesson about what the ritual symbolizes and what must come before the ritual. Now I'm going to have Larry open his eyes and we'll move on to another student in just a moment. So when I count from 1 up to 5, Larry, let your eyelids open. You're calm, rested, refreshed, relaxed, and feeling good. We'll get a brief feedback from Larry and then we'll move on to our next student. 1, slowly, calmly, easily, and gently, returning to your full awareness once again. 2, each muscle and nerve in your body is loose and limp and relaxed. You feel wonderfully good. 3, from head to toe, you're feeling perfect in every way. On number 4, your eyes begin to feel sparkling clear. Adjust as though they were bathed in cold spring water. On the next number now, let your eyelids open. You're calm, rested, refreshed, relaxed, and you feel wonderfully good. Number 5. Eyelids open now. Take a deep breath. Fill up your lungs and stretch. Now, Larry, I want you to be aware of something. You notice I didn't say wake up, and I didn't say wide awake. I didn't say any of those things that have to do with awake. Now, as a student, think for a moment, because I'm the first one maybe in the world to eliminate the words wake up from hypnosis or wakefulness. Why do you think I've done that?
Because the person is not asleep.
You knew you weren't asleep. And although you've had previous hypnotic experience, if I had said to you, wake up, it's conceivable within you, you might have said, how can I wake up if I've never been asleep? And therefore assume that you hadn't been hypnotized. You understand that? That's a good teaching lesson. All right, we'll close down for just a moment until we get another student ready for you to meet. Here's another prospective hypnotist student. Let's meet him now. Tell me your first name, please.
First name is Mort.
Mort? Mort, you've just started class. Tell me, have you ever been hypnotized?
Never.
No. Mort, I want to check your microphone here. Okay, looks like we're going to get good sound from you. Or maybe I should just turn it, put it the other way on the outside. Take just a second. I want to make sure that we get all the sound that there is to get. All right. That looks better. Now, Mort, in last night's class, you were watching me work with a number of people, and you've seen me work making this training film. What are your thoughts and feelings about the form and the quality of the inductions that we've been doing?
I've watched it all. I've seen it. I know that I've seen it, and yet somehow, maybe it's because I've never been under it, it's hard to comprehend.
All right. Now, you'll notice earlier I told the other gentleman who was up, Larry, I said, we don't use the word under. It contributes to misunderstanding. One gets under the bed, or under really means under the authority of, and it's not that way at all. This is a process. I understand it, and I understand how to help you to enter into a special state of mind, which is a natural state of mind that belongs to you. I'm the guide, and I know how to help you make the trip. All right? So if you'll pull your feet together, that's it. Turn and face me. Feet! Turn loose. Now relax. Let a good, pleasant feeling come all across your body. Let every muscle and every nerve grow so loose and so limp and so relaxed. Arms limp now, just like a rag doll. That's good. Now, your legs are strong beneath you, and you can stand and sleep. Now, I'm going to continue rocking you, and you can continue going deeper. You can listen to whatever you wish that I say, but for the next moment or so, I'm not addressing you directly. Be very careful in the standing induction. When you check the knees, and if you start to see the knees bending, give them a counter suggestion that their legs are strong and they can stand and sleep. I always keep my hand in here under the armpit, because if they start to go down, I can support them here, bring a little tension up into this arm, bring this arm in through the other armpit, and lift and say, your legs are strong beneath you, stand and sleep. Now, Mort, you continue relaxing. And as we observe the external visible signs of trance, your obvious relaxation of your limbs, the way your neck just rotates on these muscles like they were easy ball bearings. Now, I'm going to count from 5 down to 1. As I do, your eyelids lock so tightly closed, the more you try to open them, the tighter they're locking closed. 5, eyelids pressing down tightly. 4, pressing down, sealing shut. 3, sealing as if they were glued. 2, they're locked. The more you try to open them now, the tighter they're locking closed. 1, try to open your eyelids now and find them locking tighter and tighter. That's it. Stop trying to relax and just sleep. All right, now, students, when you give that eye challenge, the challenge to the eye catalepsy, don't wait forever. I've seen new students who are so anxious they just can't believe that the suggestion has been accepted. And they say, try harder than that. Oh, you're not trying hard enough. About 3 seconds is all you need for a challenge for an eye catalepsy. And that's simply to bring to the conscious mind, or to the awareness, I should say, bring to the conscious awareness of the person that they are indeed responding to a hypnotic suggestion. That causes them to go deeper. Each time a suggestion is received and acted upon, it paves the way for the action of the next suggestion. Now, Mort, this time for you, I'm going to count to 3. At the count of 3, only your eyelids open. When your eyelids open, I'll say 2 words. The words are sleep now. I'll snap my fingers like this. On the finger snap, your eyelids close down. You go deeply into hypnosis, even deeper than you are right now. All right, the count of three then. Eyelids open. 1, 2, 3. Let them open. Look at me. Sleep now. Close them down and go deeper. That's fine. Each time I say those words, sleep now, and snap my fingers, your eyelids close down, you go deeper into hypnosis. At the count of three, then, eyelids open, straighten up, look at me. 1, 2, 3. Let them open, open. Sleep now. That's fine. Deeper than before. And again, 1, 2, 3. Straightening up, opening, sleep now. Much deeper than before. Now, if the camera will come in on a very tight shot on Mort's eyes, the next time they open, you will see increased redness around the eyes and increased redness in the whites of the eyes, which is a sign of the trance deepening. So if you'll come in a real tight shot as Mort opens his eyes this time. All right, Mort, when I count to 3, let your eyelids open and straighten up. We'll straighten you up first. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Opening, 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 opening. Sleep now. That's good. Also, we're getting a lot of the secretion, the tearing solution up into the eye, which is coming from veins and arteries relaxing in and around the eye. When I count to 3, straighten up. 1, 2, 3. Eyelids open and sleep now. That's good. Now, this is a conditioned signal again, just as you've seen all the others. Please understand there's nothing magical about it. It's simply a contract that you, the hypnotist, enter into with the subject. And the subject accepts that, and they respond. They don't need to analyze it or understand it. They just agree, and that's the way it is. Now, Mort, I'm going to count from 1 up to 5, and that will terminate your trance state. At the count of 5, you can let your eyelids open and feel good all over now. And then we'll meet our next student. All right? 1, slowly, calmly, easily, and gently, returning to your full awareness once again. 2, each muscle and nerve in your body is loose and limp and relaxed. You feel good. 3, from head to toe, you're feeling perfect in every way. On number 4, your eyes begin to feel sparkling clear. On the next number now, eyelids open, fully aware, feeling wonderfully good. Number 5. Eyelids open now, straighten up, take a good deep breath, fill up your lungs, and stretch. Well, you kind of surprised yourself, didn't you?
I did.
Tell me, is that what you thought it would be when you watched the others?
No, it's different than what I thought it would be because I was fully aware of everything that was going on.
Yeah, you weren't like a zombie.
No, and yet...
You weren't knocked out.
And yet I...
Sleep now. That's fine. Relax all over. So you see, the signal works all the time. Mort has accepted that as a contract between us. It's affixed now into the neural pathways of the brain, and that's his responsiveness. Mort, when I count to 5, eyelids open, feeling good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyelids open now. Mort, I'm going to take this off you now. I want to thank you, and we're going to move on. You just fix your eyes on my fingertip and follow it as it goes right down as your eyelids grow heavy, droopy, drowsy, sleepy. They're closing, 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 close them, and sleep. That's fine. Just relax all over now. That's good. Loosely, limply relaxing. Arms limp. Now, a moment ago, you said that you were feeling very shaky, very nervous, and you're going to find right now that you're beginning to discharge all of that shakiness and nervousness. In fact, you're growing calmer with each easy breath that you take. So I'm going to rock your head now just a bit, and as I do, you'll relax even more. 10, 9, 8, now you're drifting down. 7, 6, 5, calmly, quietly, easily, and gently. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, there are 2 reasons for rocking the subject's head in this manner. One is it creates a slight disorientation. However, you can tell from the neck muscles, if the head just rolls easily and smoothly, you've got a very good level of relaxation. These neck muscles are the first to tense up and the last ones to relax. You can take your 2 fingers and just lightly touch and feel them become very soft and flexible, just like loose rubber bands. If you feel them stiffening or growing tight or staying tight, then you can work a little bit longer on developing relaxation. All right, now America will help you to lock your eyelids closed as I count from 5 down to 1. They lock so tightly closed, the more you try to open them, the tighter they're locking closed. 5, eyelids pressing down tightly. 4, they're pressing down and sealing shut. 3, sealing as if they were glued. 2, they're locked. The more you try to open them now, the tighter they're locking closed. 1, try to open your eyelids and find them locking tighter and tighter. Now, the subconscious mind reasons in the inductive manner, and that means from effect back to cause. When I gave you the rule a moment ago that each suggestion that's accepted and acted upon paves the way for the next suggestion, it means that as America makes an effort to open her eyelids and they do not open, then the deductive reasoning is he told me my eyelids would stick closed. They are stuck closed. Therefore, when I say, stop trying, relax, and go deeper, the subconscious mind says, now I go deeper. See, so you're establishing a pattern of response. The testing is only to bring to the subject's mind an awareness of the trance state, to bring to the mind of the hypnotized person an awareness that they are indeed hypnotized, so that they don't leave, go away from you and say, I'm not sure if I was hypnotized. Well, I know I was relaxed, but I'm not sure if I were hypnotized. Now, we'll go back to some of the tests that we did earlier so you can see them again. America, raise your hand, clench your fingers into a fist. Stiffen your arm. Let your arm grow very powerful now, just as powerful as a steel bar, just as stiff, as powerful, and as rigid as a steel bar. So stiff, so rigid, and so powerful, the more you try to lower or bend your arm, the stiffer and tighter it becomes. Try to lower or bend your arm and find it locking, stiff, stiff, and rigid. Now it remains locked in that position until I touch your forehead, at which point it will instantly drop to your side and you'll go much deeper in sleep. Now you see we move from the smallest set of external muscles, the eye catalepsy, to a larger set of external muscles, an arm catalepsy. Now, America, I'm going to touch your forehead, arm drops limply down, go deeper in sleep. That's right, much deeper than before. All right. Now, once again, for those of you that are new to this kind of work, by this kind of work, I mean this close-up physical contact. This is very effective. I've hypnotized more than 40,000 persons, or no, I said that wrong. I've had more than 40,000 hours of clinical hypnotherapy, and I've trained some 25,000 persons in both self-hypnosis and clinical hypnotherapy. And I worked with every one of them standing up. And the feedback overwhelmingly, 100% of the time, is that there's a certain feeling of confidence, a certain feeling of security, a certain feeling of well-being that comes from their awareness that they can turn their physical equilibrium over to me, which in turn allows them to turn over some of their mental and psychic concerns as well, to abandon them for a brief period of time, if you will. And it's that knowledge that they can release them, relinquish them, however briefly, before they resume the burden again, that is the very start of learning the power of hypnosis and its usefulness to the individual. Now, America, when I count from 1 up to 5, your eyes are open, and you're very calm, and you feel wonderfully relaxed. But, America, I'm going to use just a key word for you, 2 words, and all that I will say is midnight Sunday. Now, by the way, I'm choosing those as key words because it's unlikely they'll occur in normal conversation, and besides, it's a special signal that only has an effect when I speak them to America, and she has a certain awareness that there's a hypnotic situation involved. All right, 1, slowly, calmly, easily, and gently returning to your full awareness once again. 2, each muscle and nerve in your body is loose and limp and relaxed. You feel good. 3, from head to toe, you're feeling perfect in every way. On number 4, your eyes begin to feel sparkling clear. On the next number now, eyelids open, fully aware, feeling wonderfully good. Number 5, eyelids open now. Take a deep breath, fill up your lungs, and stretch. Now, a moment ago when you came up, you said you felt very shaky, and your legs were shaky, and you felt very nervous. And now?
I'm not shaking anymore.
That's what you're not doing. Tell me how you do feel.
I feel more relaxed.
I am relaxed. Yeah,
Yes.
I am calm.
I am calm.
I am relaxed.
I'm relaxed.
Good.
Yes, I am.
Good. Delighted to hear it. Now, a moment ago I talked about this degree of physical contact and something that we teach, which is different from that which is taught in other places. How did you feel a few moments ago? I was holding you up against me and supporting you and so on. What kind of a feeling does that generate?
Oh, protection.
A feeling of protection. Good. Good. Now then, I want you to remember and to think about this on midnight Sunday. Will you do that?
No.
Hmm? What is it you'll just think about then?
Midnight Sunday.
Midnight
Sunday.
Sunday, and you'll feel droopy, drowsy, sleepy. You go into a wonderfully pleasant hypnotic sleep. Let your head come forward on your chest and go way down. That's good. When I count to 3, eyelids open. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Are you aware we're working with a verbal signal here?
I guess so.
Yeah, you're not sure.
I'm not so sure.
How does it feel when you hear those words, and what goes on inside you?
I'm trying to obey what you're saying.
You're trying to obey.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the primary characteristic of hypnosis is an emotionalized desire on the part of the person being hypnotized to satisfy the suggested behavior. America just stated that perfectly when she said, I'm trying to obey. What she means is, I feel like doing what you're asking me to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And you do that on midnight Sunday. Now you see the signal working much more rapidly. When I count to 3, open your eyes. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Now, are you aware how quickly you're responding? You begin to see how this contract gets set up? Yeah. Even though this is Tuesday, the moment you think about midnight Sunday, you go right into trance. You see how easily it works. All right. At the count of 5, eyelids open, feeling wonderfully good, and we'll meet another student. 1, slowly, calmly, easily, and gently, returning to your full awareness once again. 2, each muscle and nerve in your body is loose, limp, and relaxed, and you feel wonderfully good. 3, from head to toe, you're feeling perfect in every way. On number 4, your eyes begin to feel sparkling clear. On the next number now, eyelids open, fully aware, feeling wonderfully good. Number 5, eyelids open now. Take a deep breath, fill up your lungs, and stretch. You didn't know you could relax so well, did you?
Yeah, I'm very relaxed now.
Now you're very relaxed. All right. Wonderful. In just a moment now, we'll bring in another student for this demonstration. And tell me your first name.
Dave.
Dave? Dave, how do you feel now about your responsiveness? Just a short time ago, I worked with you, and you kind of surprised yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a very good experience.
Yeah.
Very good.
Tell us what happened.
Well, I'm not sure.
That's a good honest answer.
I
Before you
felt very loose and relaxed.
Before you stood up, did you think that you would respond as the others have responded?
Yeah, I thought I probably would. At least I wanted to.
You wanted to?
Yeah.
But you're a little skeptical, you said to me, about your ability to respond in that way, huh?
Might have been.
Mm-hmm. All right, good. Turn around, face me, pull your feet together. That's it. See? That's it. Right on down. Come right on down. That's good. Turn him right around. You see, as long as you hold on to the subject, you can control the situation. Here was a table, and yet we were able to keep him from striking that table. Now, the only thing is, when you're on television, you've got to be aware of these cables. So I'm going to lift his arm and let it drop loosely and limply in that manner. 5, your eyelids are pressing down tightly. 4, they're pressing down and sealing shut. 3, sealing as if they were glued. 2, they're locked. The more you try to open them now, the tighter they're locking closed. 1, try to open your eyelids and find them locking tighter and tighter. Make a try and satisfy yourself. Then stop trying, relax, and just sleep deeply. Now, your signal will be, whenever I look at you and say the word sleep now, snap my fingers like that, your eyelids close down, you go deeply into hypnosis. When I count to 3, let your eyelids open, stand up on your feet. 1, 2, 3. Let them open. Come right up on your feet, if you will. Now, a short time ago, when you came up for the first time, you were surprised to feel yourself kind of losing your equilibrium and going down. Huh? Can you talk about that feeling?
Well, I wasn't afraid of it. I knew where I was going and felt comfortable about it.
Good.
Wasn't worried about where I was going to land.
Yeah. Now, I want to tell you, if in the course of this conversation I give a signal, you can stand and sleep. You don't have to fall. I mean, you were willing to before, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Are you aware of that? Just sleep now. Close your eyelids down, deeper, deeper. Let your head come forward on your chest and go much deeper and sleep. That's fine. Now I want you to become accustomed to the fact that you can maintain your equilibrium. When I count to 3, let your eyelids open. All right, 1, 2, raise your head, 3, let them open now and sleep now. That's fine. Close them down and go much deeper. That's good, way down. Calmly, quietly, easily, and gently. Breathing, take a good deep breath this time, and as you let it out, send a wave of relaxation from the very top of your head right down to the very tip of your toes. One more deep breath, way down to the bottom of your lungs. Let it out and send another wave of relaxation from the top of your head to the very tip of your toes. And now we'll do that for a third time, a good deep breath. Exhale. That's good. Now, this time, as this gentleman opens his eyes, we're going to come in for a close-up, and you're going to see in the very quality and speed, the slowness in which he opens his eyes, that he's already gone much deeper. All right, now when I count to 3, let your eyelids open. 1, 2, 3, let them open, and sleep now. That's fine. Right on down again. You see? So a little bit of conditioning, a little bit of practice. We call this post-hypnotic reinduction. And deepening by reinduction is the principle. I'm going to count from 1 up to 5. Let your eyelids open. You're calm, rested, refreshed, relaxed, and you feel wonderfully good. 1, slowly, calmly, easily, and gently. Notice now that complete absence of concern about his equilibrium. I can rock him in almost any direction. There's no effort made. He just turns it over to me. Slowly, calmly, easily, gently, returning to your full awareness once again. 2, each muscle and nerve in your body is loose and limp and relaxed. You feel good. 3, from head to toe, you're feeling perfect in every way. Physically perfect, mentally perfect, emotionally calm and serene. On number 4, your eyes begin to feel sparkling clear. On the next number now, eyelids open, fully aware, feeling wonderfully good. Number 5. Eyelids open now. Take a deep breath. Fill up your lungs and stretch. Let's meet one of our students now. Tell me your name.
Joyce.
Joyce. Well, Joyce, now you've just gotten started in this study of hypnotism. Mm-hmm. And a moment ago you told me you found it quite interesting and exciting. All right, Joyce, pull your feet together. Just look at me. Sleep. That's fine. Now, Joyce, I want you to stand and sleep. That's good. Just continue relaxing now with each easy breath that you take. Your arms are limp, just like a rag doll. Now, students, immediately when I utilized that rapid induction, Joyce's knees sagged, and her body started to sag. So I immediately gave a suggestion and said, you can stand and sleep. That's to speak to her subconscious and tell her that I want her to remain in the standing position. All right, now, Joyce, I'm going to rock you, and the more I rock your head, the deeper into hypnosis you're going. 10, 9, 8, now you're drifting down. 7, 6, 5, calmly, quietly, easily, and gently. 4, 3, 2, 1, now just sleep deeply. That's fine. Now, Joyce, your subconscious mind is open. You can easily accept and act upon each suggestion that I give you. Not because I say so, but because it's the nature of your mind to respond to ideas in this way. Now, I'm going to turn you slightly to your left, and you'll find that's quite easy for you to do. That's good. Now, Joyce, I'll count from 5 down to 1. As I do, your eyelids lock tightly closed. Lock so tightly closed, the more you try to open them, the tighter they're locking closed. All right, 5, eyelids pressing down tightly. 4, they're pressing down and sealing shut. 3, sealing as if they were glued. 2, they are locked. The more you try to open them now, the tighter they're locking closed. 1, now try to open your eyelids and find them locking tighter and tighter. Now, Joyce, stop trying, relax, and sleep deeply now. That's fine. Much deeper than before. Way down. Now, I've given the first test to Joyce, which is the eye catalepsy, the smallest set of external muscles. The purpose of that is to bring to the conscious mind a realization of the trance state. He said my eyelids would stick shut. They have stuck shut. I must be hypnotized. And you get away from that trap of having the person say to you later, well, I don't think I was hypnotized because, I heard every word you said, and I remember what happened. I knew what was going on. All right, now, Joyce, I'm speaking to you again. This time, I'm going behind you, raise your hands and start moving them around each other. Now, as I release your hands, continue the motion of your own accord. Moving, spinning, and turning. Even faster now. Moving, spinning, and turning. That's good. Moving, spinning, and turning. Joyce, as your hands are beating, I want you to think about your heart. As your hands are turning, I want you to think about your heart. Your heart beats automatically in response to the needs of your body. In the same way, your hands are turning automatically, so the more you try to stop the motion, the faster they're turning. Try to stop them now, they're turning faster, moving, spinning, and turning. I'm going to touch your forehead. The instant I do, your hands spin in the opposite direction. Back the other way, moving, spinning, and turning. As they're turning, Joyce, you're going much deeper in sleep. This time I touch your forehead. Your left arm drops limply to your side. Your right arm continues the movement. Left arm drops, right arm continues, and as it's moving, you're going deeper and deeper into hypnosis. This time I touch your forehead. Right arm drops limply down. You go much deeper. Drop it down and go deeper. That's fine. I'm going to straighten you up now. You can stand in perfect balance and continue going deeper and deeper into hypnosis. Now this time, I'm going to bring the palms of your hands together. Raise your arms, bring the palms of your hands together, and interlock your fingers. Squeeze your fingers tightly against the backs of your hands, even tighter. Now imagine that your two hands are carved of one solid block of wood. Lock so tightly closed, the more you try to pull your hands apart, the tighter they're locking closed. Try now to pull your hands apart and find them locking tighter and tighter. Make a powerful try. Use all of your physical strength, and you see the more you try, the more tightly they're locking closed. When you're completely and fully satisfied that your hands are locked tightly closed, say aloud the words, "I'm satisfied."
I'm satisfied.
All right, now, Joyce, I'm going to touch your hands. Let the muscles begin to relax. That's good. Elbows bending. Draw the hands apart. That's it. Drop them limply by your side and go much deeper in sleep. That's fine. Now you're much deeper into hypnosis than you were just a few moments ago. Joyce, you realize when I use the word sleep, I do not mean the kind of sleep that you sleep at night. I am referring to this wonderfully pleasant state of mental, physical, emotional relaxation that you're experiencing at this very moment. The sleep as used in hypnosis means the sleep of your nervous system, a special quality or an extraordinary quality of relaxation. Now I'm going to have a signal with you from this time forward, Joyce. Whenever I look at you and say the word sleep now and snap my fingers, I'm going to change that. Whenever I'm working with you and I say the words sleep now and snap my fingers, your eyelids close down and you instantly go much deeper into hypnosis, even deeper than you are right now. Now I'm going to count to three. At the count of three, only your eyelids open. When your eyelids open, you look straight ahead. When your eyelids, after your eyelids are open, I'll say two words, sleep now, snap my fingers, pass my hand in front of your eyes, and they close right down. You go much deeper in sleep. All right, the count of three, eyelids open, looking straight ahead. 1, 2, 3, opening, sleep now. Close them down and go much deeper. That's fine. And again, 1, 2, 3, opening, sleep now. Close them down and go much deeper. Again, 1, 2, 3, opening, sleep now. And again, 1, 2, 3, opening, sleep now. Much deeper than before. And again, 1, 2, 3, opening, sleep now. And again, much deeper. 1, 2, 3, opening, sleep now. That's good. Now that will always be your signal. Whenever I say those words, sleep now, snap my fingers, eyelids close, deeper in sleep. At the count of three, Joyce, let your eyelids open. 1, 2, 3, let them open. All right. You didn't know you could relax so well, did you? What were your thoughts or feelings as all that was going on?
I like it.
I like it.
I love it.
I love it. Well, you
Before
know,
I came up, I was so scared, and I'm not scared.
now you feel what? Calm, quiet, sleep now. Well, that's fine. Just relax all over. Now, another characteristic of the hypnotized subject is they're not concerned about their equilibrium, you see. Once you establish that you have control of their equilibrium, they're perfectly willing to turn over that control. They become, in effect, very, very unconcerned about the equilibrium. Now, in this instance, if I'm going to straighten Joyce up, I'm going to tell her so that she can stand in balance and know that there's a shift now back from I'm taking charge of her equilibrium to her taking charge of it. Joyce, I'm going to straighten you up now, and you can stand in perfect balance. Now come right up and stand in perfect balance. That's fine. Pull your feet up close together so you can stand in perfect balance. I'll touch your forehead, open your eyes, and continue speaking. So you were telling me that you love it. Yeah, that's a great statement. You got a lot of energy in it, and you really feel good about it. Have you ever used self-hypnosis in your own benefit?
I've tried. I don't succeed very well.
Well, you're going to learn it in this course.
Yeah.
All right? Before we finish up, sum up, is there anything further you want to say about your experience here?
I love it.
I love it. Okay. That one sentence seems to sum it up for Joyce. I love it, and we'll just close right down. That's a wonderful stopping place. This is Gil Boyne back again. Let's meet another student. Your name is?
Lori.
Lori. How do you feel about what you've been watching here in the studio?
I'm glad to be number 3 instead of number 1.
The first lady, number 1, said she was nervous. Number 2 said not quite so nervous. And you don't look nervous at all.
The only thing I could feel when I started to walk out, it was my heart was pounding a little faster. But other than that, I was feeling okay.
All right. Now, it's important to recognize that people call these body reactions nervousness. But suppose I change the word for you and say excitement. That's a form of nervous response. But when we say I'm nervous or I'm experiencing nervous feelings, nervousness, we think of it as a negative way. When we say excitement, it has a whole different quality. And it's natural to feel a little excited when you're going to be taking part in this training film, isn't it? Just sleep now. That's fine. Just relax. All over now. All right. Now, you see, Laurie, as she came forward and her equilibrium was changed a little bit, she tried to reassure herself by bracing herself on me. And that happens quite regularly. So what you can hear, and I'm going to try to get it onto the soundtrack by moving Laurie's head a little bit. Now, my microphone is probably going to pick this up. Immediately, there's an altered rate of respiration. That's an external, visible sign of trance. The respiration rate becomes very much like the way a person breathes when they're asleep at night. That doesn't occur with every person that you hypnotize, but it occurs with more often than not. And so as you listen, you can hear that regular, rhythmic, easy breathing that is part of hypnosis, part of trance. Now, in addition, when the person enters trance, quite often there's the expiration of what is called the hypnotic sigh, which is the expelling of air, which is kind of drawn out as a long sigh would be. And I heard that when Laurie first went into trance. Now, Laurie, when I count to 3, I want you to open your eyes, but you can remain hypnotized, and yet it will seem to you as if everything is as it should be. But there'll be another part of you that's aware that you're still in a trance even though your eyes are open. Now, when I count to 3, let your eyelids open. 1, 2, 3. Let them open. All right. Open your eyes. Yeah. Now, how do you feel?
I feel real good.
Real good. Your voice seems a little bit soft. Are you aware of that? Yeah.
I can feel my skin all over feels different.
Your skin all over feels different. All right. Can you tell me about the quality of difference? How is it different?
My skin feels very relaxed, sort of tingly all over. I can feel it everywhere. Everywhere I can feel my skin everywhere on my body.
All right. Now, the word tingling emerged, and quite often when a person enters into hypnosis, they will experience a tingling sensation. There are various theories to explain it. Probably the one that I accept is that there's a sudden and rapid change, just as you saw it in the respiration, in the blood circulation, which means that the soft-walled veins and even the arteries relax. We know that takes place because we can measure it by taking the blood pressure before, during, and after, and the blood pressure always drops when a person goes into hypnosis. So if those veins and arteries relax, it's quite conceivable to me that that feeding, increased input of blood into the capillaries up at the surface of the skin is what causes the tingling. How does that sound to you? Like a reasonable kind of a theory?
Absolutely reasonable.
All right. Just look at me. Eyelids heavy, droopy, drowsy, sleepy, closing, close them, and sleep. Yeah, fine. All right. Now, Laurie, we're going to take a step farther with you, and we'll do it this way. First, we'll do one physical test. I want you to raise your arm, clench your fingers into a fist, stiffen your arm. That's it. Let your arm grow very powerful now, just as powerful as a steel bar. So stiff, so rigid, the more you try to lower or bend your arm, the stiffer and tighter it becomes. Try to lower or bend your arm and find it locking stiff and rigid. When I tap your forehead, that arm drops limply and instantly to your side, and you go much deeper in sleep. Drop it down and go deeper. All right. Now you'll notice the process called pyramiding and compounding as a way of deepening the trance. Also, I want you to be aware of that deep breathing that you hear very pronounced now. Compounding means, since the subconscious mind reasons deductively, and since we have a principle, a rule of the mind in operation which says each time the subconscious mind accepts and acts upon an idea, it becomes easier for it to accept the next idea from the same source. So we have a pattern of response developing. We had a rapid induction. We terminated that. Brief discussion. We didn't really terminate it because I told Laurie to open her eyes and remain in trance. Then I had her close her eyes again, go a little bit deeper into trance, into a physical test, arm catalepsy, a larger set of muscles, the second largest beyond the eyes, then the release of that, and each time that she completes the test, you say, each time the subject completes the test, you say, that's fine, relax and go deeper in sleep. Now, the subconscious mind says the following. He told me my eyelids would lock closed, and they would not open. They didn't open. Now he says my arm is stiff and rigid, therefore, and I cannot bend it, therefore I cannot bend it. You see, we have set aside the critical factor of the conscious mind that normally would draw from previous experience and would say, I can bend my arm anytime I want to, always have before, and I can do so now. It's the putting into abeyance that critical factor of the conscious mind that makes the difference in hypnosis. So let's continue now with this demonstration. Now, Laurie, I'm going to raise your arm, and when I do, I'll drop it, and temporarily, the number F-I-V-E will drop out of your mind and out of your memory. All right? I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and now I'm dropping it. You're forgetting, and that digit is forgotten and gone. Now, listen carefully. Any effort when you open your eyes to recall that digit will cause your mind to grow blank. Any effort to speak it will cause your throat to lock tight. If you need a solution, as in problem solving, you'll find a new creative solution. At all times, you'll feel calm and relaxed as you do this. Now, I'm going to have you start, when I tap your forehead, counting upward from 1 to 10 by ones in this manner. 1, 2, begin.
1,
Good.
2,
Good.
3,
Fine.
4,
Good. What is the next number? The next number?
6,
All right, continue.
7,
Good.
8,
Fine.
9,
Good.
10,
How much is 2 and 2?
4,
2 and 1.
3,
2 and 3.
6,
2 and 3 is 6. That's fine. Now I'm going to raise your arm. When I drop it, you'll temporarily forget your own name. I'm raising it, dropping it. You're forgetting. It's forgotten, and gone. What city do you live in?
San Dimas,
San Dimas. What state is that in?
California.
What is your name? What is your name?
Florence Nightingale.
Florence Nightingale. Why do you find that funny?
She's a nurse and I'm a social worker.
She's a nurse and you're a social worker. That's not your name, Florence Nightingale. Now listen, I'm going to tell you your name. I'll remind you that whenever anyone says, what is your name, or tell me your name, you'll instantly reply. Your name is Hortense Dingeldorfer. Hortense Dingeldorfer. Tell me your name.
Hortense Dingeldorfer.
That's right. Now when I tap your forehead, Hortense, you'll open your eyes and you'll recall. If I ask you or any of the people here in the studio ask you, what is your name, you can instantly reply, Hortense
Dingeldorfer.
That's right. All right, open your eyes. Stand up now. Now then, how do you feel? You look kind of very quiet and very mellow. Is that how you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. Tell me your name.
Hortense Dingeldorfer.
All right. We have some people here in the studio, and I'll let them, maybe they want to ask you a question, but I'm going to tell them in advance they'll have to really speak up so they can be heard here with our microphones here. Any of you class members out there in the studio that want to speak to this lady? Ask her a question, maybe.
What was her name again?
Gentleman wants to know your name.
Hortense Dingeldorfer.
Well, those German names sometimes kind of funny, aren't they? Yeah. Who's Florence Nightingale?
She's a nurse.
A nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are you acquainted with her?
Vaguely.
Mm-hmm. Do you know not too long ago there was a program about her life on television? Now, those in the studio saw that just a short time ago, I used a rapid induction here with this lady, and I told her her name would be Florence Nightingale. So when I said, what is your name, she simply, from her subconscious, produced the name I'd given her not too long ago. Then when I changed, and I also gave her a post-hypnotic suggestion. And the post-hypnotic suggestion was whenever I said the word television, her eyelids would close and she'd go deeply into hypnosis, which is what you saw indeed just happen. Now, there's one more thing we're going to do. A lot of people ask the question, when a person is in trance and their eyes are open, do they perceive their surroundings in the same way as in a non-hypnotized state, or does being in a trance alter their perception in some way? So let's find out. Laurie, when I touch your forehead, I want you to open your eyes. Open your eyes. Good. Now, just look around and tell me how things look to you. What do you see and what's going on out there?
The lights are more intense.
Lights seem more intense to you now than they did before. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Any changes at all in the way you perceive things now?
Not really, except nobody's smiling.
No one is smiling.
I'm aware of more. I think I'm more aware of their facial expressions.
Uh-huh. You seem more tuned in to the look on
All of them. The
All
ones
of
far
them.
away as well as the ones
Yeah.
up close. And I can remember in the past from public speaking, you never get past the first row. You always look at all the
So
people
you
in
seem
the
to
first
have
row.
a better capacity to see into the back of the room.
Right, I can see their lack of smiles equally as well as these people
All right.
here.
Good. So then you'll remember that the next time that you watch television. Again, how long does it take? The use of a key word, a signal, tapping the pen on the desk. Of course, in this instance, I use the word television. I don't suggest you use common ordinary words because you might in a social conversation use the same word while that person's in your presence, not planning for them to go into trance, and they would. So you might, if you want to use a key word, find a combination of words that you wouldn't normally use. One hypnotist years ago used to use the words blue rose because that's an unusual combination of words. So think about it if you're going to use a word as a reinduction method. Now also each time that we have Laurie open her eyes and then use the key word to reinduce the trance, we deepen her level of trance. So we deepen by reinduction, and we keep reinforcing a post-hypnotic, by means of a post-hypnotic reinduction. All right, Laurie, I'm going to count from 1 up to 5. At the count of 5, your eyes are open, you're calm, rested, refreshed, relaxed, you feel wonderfully good. You can stay as mellow and relaxed as you wish, or if you wish, you can come up to a level of animation and expression. I'll leave that up to you. 1, slowly, calmly, easily, and gently, returning to your full awareness once again. 2, each muscle and nerve in your body is loose and limp and relaxed. You feel good. 3, from head to toe, you're feeling perfect in every way on number 4. Your eyes begin to feel sparkling clear on the next number now. Eyelids open, fully aware, feeling wonderfully good, number 5. Eyelids open now. Take a good deep breath, Laurie. Fill up your lungs and stretch. So obviously you took that, your decision was to come up to a level of animation and expression, huh?
I feel
good.
happy.
Happy. That's a wonderful feeling. That's a good note to close on. I feel happy. Almost about the same level as that lady who said, I love it, I love it,